Slant across the middle.
Wow.
Nice one-handed catch. Just carrying defender, staying on his feet is Clutter.
Looks like he's going to get into the end zone.
Stafford at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone.
He's got one man to beat, he does. A nice ball there. Here they're going to give the ball right in the middle to a huge hole.
Send him a postcard. He's way out of here.
Hello and welcome into Elizabeth, PA for a CUTV broadcast on the Pennsylvania Cable Network. I'm Devin Garina, alongside me, Trevin Cateles, and tonight we have a non-conference game between Elizabeth Forward Warriors and the Quaker Valley Quakers.
Yeah, we have a lot to bring to the table for both of these teams tonight. We've seen before Elizabeth Forward gets really hot in the second half, so the key for Quaker Valley to get their first win of the season tonight being the RO3, get out to a good start, and hopefully get enough ahead so they can hold that lead going into the rest of this game.
And it all starts with this first possession as Elizabeth Forward will be getting the ball first. They won the toss and elected to receive as Quaker Valley is getting ready to kick this one off. But a key thing is the Quaker Valley needs to get a key stop on this first drive. And Elizabeth Forward, you said, has been struggling in the first half, but we'll get right into it here as the Quakers kick off to the Warriors. And a flag is thrown as the ball is kicked out at about the 15. And Elizabeth Forward will get the ball at the 30, I believe. So some things to mention about Elizabeth Forward. Their last game versus Freeport, they were down 7-3 early. And in the matter of minutes in the second quarter, they scored 14 unanswered points going into halftime. And that one stopped there. As you see on the screen, they won 31-13. Mervoss was a big part in that one, and Beaver Falls kind of demolished Quaker Valley there, as Quaker Valley, that has been the talk for them the whole season, being 0-3. Elizabeth Forward gets the snap, hands it off to Evan Lewis. Evan Lewis takes it to the outside and gets tackled short of the first down.
Yeah, he had a nice little run there outside left. He had a few blocks he picked up, and he had a hole open up, so he was able to get that few-yard gain there on the first down run.
Yeah, Evan Lewis was another name that was brought up in the Freeport game that was key to their comeback and just to pour on points in the second half. But Elizabeth Forward looking hot right now, trying to get things started early. As Mervoss in shotgun. And he will hand it off again to Lewis. Lewis takes it across the 45 for a first down.
Sticking to the run there and to gain that first down. You know, you don't want to fix anything that's not broke. The first down run worked great. So they're continuing to do it on second down, and they move the chains.
And something interesting to mention is both of these teams were playoff teams last year. Quaker Valley losing a lot of seniority, and Elizabeth Forward getting those guys back. So it just shows here as Elizabeth Forward working down the field. Mervoss again in shotgun. Looks to Lewis again for the run. Has a wide open lane to the outside. Cuts right back up and gets the first down. I believe another Warriors first down.
What a run there to get another first down for the Warriors. They have been pounding the pavement there on the run. He has the blocks, and he has so far the mentality to see that open hole on the left side, and he initiated that to get outside and gain the extra yardage.
Yeah, he has the vision to be able to recognize a hole and just hit it at any time to get some extra yardage, as they will stay in this shotgun pistol kind of formation. As Mervoss is talking to his line, and they look to the run again. Gives it to Lewis, and he will gain a couple. Actually, no, that is number 32, Nicholas Hunnell. And this game is going to be one of those games, if it doesn't get hot early, it's definitely going to get hot in the second half. Both of these teams have the ability to put points on the board. As Elizabeth Forward looking to continue their drive here. Mervoss in shotgun. Hands it up the middle. and he will get a first down. That is Chase Watton.
Yeah, nice cut there on that run. He had the patience right out of the gate there when he took that handoff. Was able to see where the defense was reading, make that quick cut, and get upfield to gain another first down for the Warriors.
Yeah, the vision was definitely there. And Mervos is that threat on the ground as well. He had a ton of rushing yards last game against Freeport, and that was kind of the play action option that we might have to look out later on in this game, as Mervos gets a play action, passes over the middle for a first down, and it is complete to Michael Spots.
A wide open pass there, wide open reception, might I say, is the defense definitely looking for the run there on that play action, but a nice quick pass to get upfield very quickly and gain that first down with much ease there for the offense.
And that is actually Jacob Pra. Another thing to mention, Robert Pra, a relative of Jacob Pra, is the Director of Veterans Affairs at Cal, so just a little shout out to him. As we get straight back into this drive, and they hand it straight up the middle to Nicholas Hunnell, and he will put his head down and get some extra yards short of the first, though.
Showing off the power as he gets right up through the middle there, breaking through one tackle and powering through another, and they're in the red zone. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they are indeed working this offense down the field. Quaker Valley has yet to have an answer to this offense.
Yeah, they haven't stopped anything so far that the Warriors have thrown at them. You definitely hear on the goal line, maybe stop, get a brick wall and get some stops, maybe at least force a field goal rather than a touchdown.
As Mervos back in the pistol formation again, hands it off to Hunnell, and Hunnell will trot and dive into the end zone for a Warriors touchdown.
What a better way to open up a football game offensively, to score on your first offensive drive. Mostly on the ground there. As you can see, he kind of powers it right up the middle one more time, breaking through one tackle and showing off the strength to get across that goal line for the touchdown.
Yeah, the extra effort really got him past the plane there as the touchdown. First on the board, Elizabeth forward, and they will throw a flag. Believe it will be offsides on Quaker Valley. But great first drive for the Warriors, showing them that they can start off hot in some games.
Yeah, we haven't seen that so far this season from the Warriors. They've mostly been a second half team. They've kind of been down early usual, but hey, they're waiting to put points on the board first here and kind of set a new tone for any teams watching this game to look forward to playing them.
And it was encroachment on the defense, so they would get another shot at this extra point. And this extra point is up and good. Your score right now, 7-0. Warriors take the lead. Stay tuned. Don't change your channel on CUTV and the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Hello and welcome back into Elizabeth, PA, as the Warriors take the lead 7-0 over the Quaker Valley Quakers.
Yeah, they scored in their first offensive drive, mostly on the ground, as they're very run-heavy on that first drive there, but look to see what they can do on defense and maybe get a stop, get the ball back.
As this kick will be up and fielded by the Quakers. Number 24, Hashawn Carey, will take it all the way down to the 26, and that's where the Quakers will set up the offense.
He took a pretty big hit at the end of that play. Not sure if everyone saw it, but pretty big hit there. As we get the tail of the tape for both teams, Elizabeth Forward and Quaker Valley. A 3-0 start for Elizabeth Forward, keeping it undefeated, while Quaker Valley still looking for that first win of their season.
Yeah, Quaker Valley's really struggling, giving up 55 points per game and only scoring 7 Elizabeth Forward can score 50-some points, so we'll just have to be on the lookout for that, see if Quaker Valley can get these stops, as Quaker Valley starts off this drive with a little bubble pass dropped, and they will call it incomplete. And Quaker Valley trying to answer Elizabeth Forward's drive with something of their own. They need a little spark there. Tried with the bubble screen. And they actually did not call it an incomplete. It was a fumble that bounced out of bounds, so they will actually lose 2 yards on that play. As they get a fumble. And the fumble is luckily recovered.
Yeah, they had a fumble on that last play, which wasn't an incomplete pass, and now another missed snap there, and it went high. Things not looking too good right now for Quaker Valley to start their first drive.
Yeah, and Michael Aspiots, the quarterback in the backfield for the Quakers, has to be a little frustrated with that one, not getting a great snap, it going straight over his head, but is able to recover it.
Well, it's one thing when you come out scoring your first offensive drive, it puts a little intimidation in the opposing team. So they're coming out here struggling a little bit so far. We'll see if they can get it together here on third down.
As they do a little jet sweep, and that is Carey Hashone, or Hashone Carey.
He just wrestled down in the backfield quickly. I mean, he did have a little space out to the right side. You can see in the little jet sweep. Getting out to the right side of the field there, but gobbled up quickly as he only gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. And it'll bring up fourth down.
And it is 4th and long. Looks like they will be sending the special teams unit onto the field, as Aspiots is the punter as well as the quarterback. And that punt will not go far, as it will be out at about the 30, I believe they will mark it. And they will mark it at the 28-yard line. So great field positioning for the Warriors as we look at the Big East standings. Elizabeth Forward up there 3-0 in the conference and 3-0 overall. Derry right behind them with North Catholic. And this can be that league that has the coin flip at the top, as we saw last year with the California, Washington, and West Green. But this might be the one that can get that 3-way tie, because those top 3 teams are very good this year.
Yeah, they look very even on both sides of the ball, so it's going to be a tough matchup when it comes down to playoff time.
As Mervoss hands it up the middle to Lewis. Lewis breaks free all the way, trots into the end zone, touchdown, untouched. Another Warriors touchdown.
They kept it on the ground one more time here for Elizabeth Forward, but you got to give it to the man out in the secondary. As you'll see here, he gets that handoff, he gets out there deep, he finds the hole, but out in the secondary, his lead man picks up an outstanding block to pick up that last man of defense to get in the end zone. So credits to running back and credit the blocker in front of him.
Yeah, kudos to that blocker, getting downfield and getting a good lane for him to have, as the kick was almost blocked, but is still good. The Warriors up 14-0. Don't change that channel. We'll have more Friday Night Lights for you. You're watching CUTV on PCN. And welcome back for a new edition of Friday Night Lights here this week, as Elizabeth Forward getting ready to kick this one off, gets it up, and it will be fielded by the Quaker Valley Quakers and he will not get back very far as he will get taken down at the 6-yard line.
Probably not the best option to return that one, as it was deep in near the end zone there, but he did decide to bring it out. But take a look at the touchdown here again, that long run into the end zone here on the replay, and he just powered right through all the way into the end zone, wide open hole.
Yeah, it was a very, very good touchdown. He had a wide open lane as we have a player down on the field for the Quakers. That is number 24, Kerry Hashone. As we hope he's okay, and we get into the Tri-County West. Quaker Valley, tough division they are in. Aliquippa 2-0, 4-0. Central Valley 2-0, 4-0. Beaver Falls right up there, 2-1, 3-1. So that's that three-headed snake that is also in the Big East as well. But Aliquippa is just going to be that team that stays up at the top, as that touchdown again by Lewis trots straight into the end zone. And 14-0 is your score right now in Elizabeth, PA. Elizabeth Forward has all the momentum that they need, and taking them down at the 6-yard line is going to be tough for the Quakers to get a good drive here.
Yeah, especially last drive. Hopefully they don't have the same repeat, as they had 2 fumbles on their first offensive drive, being this far back into their own zone. If they fumble here, it could be truly devastating to have a pick-up touchdown or even get a safety here for that Warriors defense.
Yeah, if it was a fumble and I was the quarterback and I couldn't pick it up, just kick it out the back of the end zone, because that will end up in a safety anyway. As the Quakers come out in a shotgun formation here. Aspiotes in the backfield with a blocker. As he will hike the ball and do a little play action, take it himself, and he will get tackled for about a 1-yard gain there.
I'm actually not sure if that was designed to be a quarterback run, because it almost looked as if the running back had his arms waiting for that handoff, but the quarterback took it himself, so maybe a little miscommunication there, but a yard's a yard, so a gain is a gain.
Yeah, you want to get that breathing room so you have that time to throw, and hopefully the Quakers can get something going here, as they will be under center for this one. Man in motion, fakes to the man in motion, tries to go up the middle, and the Warriors are not fooled.
The run game not working so far for Quaker Valley. Maybe try something, a play action or a pass, see if they can get something going here, because the Warriors know the run is coming and they continue to exploit it every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And Donovan Kutchenber was on the run there, getting at about a 1-yard gain. So it is 3rd and 9 now for the Quakers, and they really need to get a drive going here. They don't want to get too far behind in this one.
They want to convert. They don't want to have another 3 and out for a second straight drive here. They want to get that first down and get that ball moving.
As they do trips left, and they roll out, and he will get sacked in the backfield for a loss of about 5.
That defense for Elizabeth Forward is flying in there. He tried to do a QB run, just couldn't get anything going there, and they bring him down hard in the backfield. Another loss, and it brings up another 4th down for Quaker Valley.
And Charles Muchina was one of the defensive players, one of 3 actually, that got credit for the sack on that one, as they will get ready to punt this one off. The Warriors getting ready to receive, and they fumble in the end zone. He kicks it straight up in the air, and the Warriors electing not to receive it. And they will be down at about the 24-yard line. So another great positioning for the Warriors. As you see our graphic for PCNTV.com, that is where you can go to check the schedule for all the Friday Night Lights games that they have going here. And if you're watching on PCN, hello.
Yeah.
Tune into our YouTube channel, CUTV Sports 1. Little shameless plug there. We have High School Roundup and other shows like that. But let's get back into this game. Mervoss in shotgun hands it straight off to Hunnell, and Hunnell taking 2 defenders with him for a little gain.
Yeah, seemingly had their way so far in the run game from Elizabeth forward, but that time not getting as far as they usually have been, is only gaining a few yards just back to the line of scrimmage.
As the Warriors will continue their drive here on 2nd down in the pistol formation once again. Mervoss hands it straight up the middle again to Hunnell, and Hunnell will be stopped for a loss on that play.
Yeah, Quaker Valley catching on a little bit to this run game. That's 2 stops, not getting anywhere on this run, this drive, so maybe something that Elizabeth forward will have to change up and see what they can do to move this ball on this drive.
Yeah, you have to be able to throw some stunners at the other team, and Quaker Valley's starting to pick up, as you said, so the Warriors might have to throw a little trickery. Mervoss in the pistol formation once again. Drops back for the pass, looks right, runs out, throws it, has a man open, back corner, and is tackled short of the end zone, but pass complete to Jason McLennan.
What a way to fool the defense. They've been running the ball and running the ball. Pressure was coming, but he was able to scramble out to his right side, find the open man, and that takes a lot of concentration for a great quarterback to make that great pass. What a play.
Yeah, and great catch as McClellan is a sophomore, plays wide receiver and defensive back. So that's what you see with these small schools. They play both sides of the ball all game. It's going to be a factor later on with the fatigue, as we see Elizabeth Ford trying to getting into the end zone for another touchdown. In the shotgun setup, does a little jet sweep, cuts up, and almost gets thrown into the end zone by the defender, not knowing which way to throw him.
Yeah, he had a little bit of help there with one of his other teammates coming in from behind, giving that little push, but the defense stood tall, drug him backwards instead of pushing him forward, and that's the way to get a stop.
The Warriors trying to score now, 2nd and about an inch to the goal line in the pistol formation here once again, as I wouldn't be surprised if it's a handoff straight up the middle to Hunnell.
And it is.
And there it is. Hunnell takes it into the end zone, untouched. Touchdown, Warriors. They will take it. They will extend their lead 20-0.
Well, you called it, Devin, right up the center with a straight-up run with 2nd and an inch. And they did power through for a touchdown. So great play and great call. You should do more analysis.
Yes, indeed, as they will set up for the extra point. Elizabeth Ford trying to get another point on the board to make it 21-0, and the extra point is up and good. 21-0 is your score here in Elizabeth, PA. The Warriors up. Will the Quakers come back? Stay tuned on PCN and CUTV to find out.
Colin, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Millersburg, Pennsylvania can watch our stuff down here.
Well, they could follow us on Twitter, or they could like us on Facebook.
Yeah, but what about our sports? How can they watch those?
They could watch it live on our YouTube channel.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Hello and welcome back into a great matchup here so far. Warriors taking the lead 21-0. I'm David Garina, alongside me Trevin Catellis, and the Warriors kicking this ball off to the Quakers, and the Quakers have yet to have an answer right now, as the ball will get pushed out of bounds by a Quaker returner.
You know, we haven't seen much from the Quaker Valley offense so far. Hopefully they can get something going here on this drive. A lot of fumbles so far as we give you a look back at the touchdown. They powered it right up the center. Again, you called it. He's an offensive coordinator, but right at the center for that touchdown to give an extended lead to the Warriors.
And a great thing is that PCN's bringing you key matchups from across PA all season with high school football game of the week every Friday. Watch the whole game live on cable and stream with PCN Select. Go to PCNTV.com for the schedule. Just a great feature that they're bringing in this year, and you love to see it.
We'd like to see high school football, so keep bringing it.
And Aspos will drop back, look, cross field, and throw a great dime to his intended receiver. That's number 3, Patrick Kutchenber.
And some concentration we saw there from Quaker Valley. They had the pressure coming, and he was able to see that, roll out, and get a nice pass to his receiver. One first positive thing we've seen from this offense so far on this drive in this game. So looking forward to see if they can keep moving this ball down.
Yeah, keep passing the ball. It looks like Elizabeth Ford is stumped when they pass the ball. Their defensive backs are getting a little tired, as they usually are either wide receivers or running backs. So they're getting the ball all game so far. But 1 minute and 24 seconds left in the first, as Aspos will roll out to the left again and throw a little touch. Throw a little touch on that one to number 3 again, Patrick Kutchenber.
Yeah, it looked to be a screen pass to start out that play. You can see he looked left immediately when he got the snap, but no, it wasn't there. Rolled out a little bit, got his man open, and then made the pass. So good to focus on that, good to read the play and find the open man.
2nd and about 3 for the Quakers. Aspos under center as they have a man in motion. And they would do a sweep and fumbles the ball, actually juggles it in his hand, doesn't really lose the ball completely, but nevertheless taken all the way back to where they started now.
You can kind of see when he was rolling out to his right side, he was trying to find a place to go, but kind of lost focus of the ball he had in his arm, lost the fumble, almost lost it and got it back luckily, but it's going to bring up another down here for Quaker Valley as they can't seem to get anything going. They're kind of stalled out after their long 2 pass plays.
You had 2 great pass plays to start off the drive and was pushed back to where they started after getting the first down. So we will see if they can get it going here, as I believe Quaker Valley, actually that is the end of the first quarter as the clock was rolling the whole time. 21-0 so far here in Elizabeth Forward, PA. Stay tuned, don't change your channel. You might have a really good comeback coming to you soon here on PCN and CUTV.
Hello, my name is Noah Mitchell, and welcome in to X's and O's. I play college football, here to show you guys some drills and some tips that I wish I knew coming up playing football. So here's a drill that I do to simulate moving through the pocket. Here I'm using cones, just shuffling back and forth through the cones, not letting my base get too wide or too narrow, not letting my heels click together, more of a quick, choppy step with my feet. All right, that was X's and O's. Keep practicing and working on some of the things that I showed you, and you one day will be able to play college football.
And thank you, Noah Mitchell, for those X's and O's. Trying to teach some kids some things that they might not know, the basics for quarterbacks. But the Quaker's trying to get it in and throws it to an intended receiver in Nate Dix. But a lot of flags being thrown, hats being thrown by the refs, and there's a lot of laundry out there on the field right now.
You can see after the play on the line, they kept driving each other back and forth, trying to get the last word in other words, and they kind of slammed each other to the ground after the whistle was blown, and they continued to shove back and forth. So we're looking to see a lot of unnecessary roughness plays here, possibly a holding to start us off, and if some hats were flown, maybe an ejection. I don't know about high school football, but we shall see.
Yeah, I didn't see any punches thrown, so I don't believe there will be an ejection. But we will see indeed what they will be calling. Most likely roughness or some fair play. As holding is the first call. Another holding, those will offset. And they will actually say, I believe that is unsportsmanlike against the Warriors. So keeping the Quakers' drive alive.
Yeah, a mistake on the end of the Warriors keeps the Quaker offense alive here as they look to be kind of stumped and in a slump there on the stall out, but they're going to restart here and see what they can do.
And that was a third down, would have been fourth.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just a very petty mistake there by the Warriors, as Asboats will take it himself and try and juke one defender and get slams to the ground after getting about 4 yards.
He didn't have much help on the block there when he decided to run. He got gobbled up by a bunch of Warriors defenders when he decided to take off and run with that ball. No one open, so that is the best option there. But maybe willing to slide rather than take the hit as the quarterback, kind of going to keep your quarterback healthy.
The Quakers trying to emphasize or trying to capitalize off of the unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct that gave him an extra 15 yards. Asboats in the shotgun. Rolls out to the right, scanning the field. Flag is thrown, almost throws a pick. 2 flags are thrown at that. I believe they will both be holding, but I don't know if it will be on each team.
It was definitely a holding call, one I saw at least on Quaker Valley. We should see if the defense also has a holding call, if they'll offset, or if they're both on the offense.
And the ref is on the call as the first penalty is declined, and they were both on the Quakers. The first penalty was declined, but they did accept the holding penalty, and they will get brought all the way back to about the 46-yard line.
So it kind of seems as if all that work they just got in for their drive and what they just got from the sportsmanlike conduct taken away there with that holding call. They have to restart here on 2nd and long.
And something to mention for Elizabeth forward, you can't let the emotions get in your head because you have a team, you're going against a team that is 0-3, down 21-0 so far. And right now, they're working the ball down the field. They can easily come back in this one. As they get sacked in the backfield, the rush by the Warriors was too much for Asboats, and he would get sacked for a big loss.
That defensive pressure came flying in there, and the offensive line just couldn't hold their blocks long enough as he was swallowed up by a host of defenders. And they're in there quickly to bring him down, setting them back even further on what was a good-looking drive.
As Ethan Kane with the sack there, breaking off of the blocker, getting straight back to the quarterback, and it is 3rd and 5 miles, it looks like, for the Quakers.
Yeah, we're down the road at the intersection on this one.
Asboats got the call in the huddle and in the shotgun now. 3 to his left, man in motion. Jet sweep, and they will call a flag. Might be in a false start as we see the Quakers backing up. The refs conversing about this one. And it looks like Asboats came out of that one with his head down, so this might go on the Quakers, as it will be a false start, I believe. And they're back in their own territory now. As you can see, the first down marker is on the other 30-yard line.
I've never seen anyone get a first down after that much distance, but hey, you never know. We can see it. It's worth a shot.
This is high school football, so it's going to be interesting if they can actually pull this one off. Asboats under center. Man in motion. Hands it right up the middle there to Hunter Saxon. And it will be 4th and long.
Yeah, interesting option to run on that long of a 3rd down, but maybe just saying, hey, you know, we're that far away. Just run it, see what happens, punt it off, and let's try again next drive.
As it is 4th and 35 to be exact. They send out the punt team, and Asfields will punt this one all the way back, and great placement by the quarterback and punter.
Yeah, one thing going right there for the Quaker Valley team is set, you know, Warriors back in their own zone here on this one.
And you see on your screen, CUTV_PA, our Twitter handle. Give us a follow. Make sure you tune in to all our updates. We tweet out photos after every shoot so you can see who is on the crew, behind the camera and on camera. And even tweeting out links to shows that are on our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1, when they first premiere. And there might be a trailer coming out soon for a special part series. Not going to give too much away, but we'll just say it's a behind the broadcast type of thing. 8 minutes and 34 seconds left in the second quarter. 21-0, the Warriors hold the lead in pistol formation. Gives it right up the middle to Lewis, and Lewis will get about 3 yards, maybe 2 on that one.
Yeah, it's a nice short little run game there for the offense. Nothing too big there. Just a nice little handoff right at the middle, gain a few yards, get the offense started on this drive.
The run has been working for the Warriors, so why not keep pushing it? If it's not broke, don't fix it. And it is 21-0, so you can see that it's definitely not broke.
No, it's definitely working on the ground. Most of their offense has been running on the ground so far this game. They haven't had much pass at all, so.
And right here, as you say, not much pass. They pass a nice little slant route, and he breaks 1 and almost breaks 2, but is grabbed by the jersey and taken down. That is number 18, Jacob Prawl.
He was a runaway train after the catch there. A lot of run after catches, you could say. Way to power through afterwards and keep going downfield to gain that extra yardage. One thing to make the pass, but one thing to carry defenders on your back down the field for extra yardage.
And if that defender did not have a hold of his jersey, I believe that would have been a house call.
It would have. He was gone. It was no one in plain sight of him. If he'd have broken that tackle, he would have been gone.
And Mervos in shotgun. Steps back, throws a lob straight up to his receiver, and it is dropped. That is number 17, Patrick Filson.
It was almost complete, too. He aired it out long. The receiver had his defender beat. It almost seemed as if the receiver slowed up just one little step, which kind of permitted him to getting that ball. But one more step further, he might have had that wide open look, beat the defender, and taken off. But it's close.
Yeah, you want to be able to lead your receiver in cases like those, especially if they do beat the defender. You just lead them, and they'll run after the ball at that point. Mervos in the shotgun set again as the fake kind of pump fake pass, hand up to the middle, and it is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And that will be, I believe, 3rd down and 11.
Travis Adams and Nate Nelson in on the tackle for the Quakers.
Mervos getting the call from the coach, bringing it back to the huddle and getting ready to try and keep this drive alive as 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in the half.
It's been working on the ground, not working so much this drive. They're going to take it back to the air, see if they can continue this drive going.
As they have 2 to the left, and he tries to, a lot of miscommunication there between Filson and Mervos, as Patrick Filson did a little stop route there when it was supposed to be a fly route.
Yeah, Mervos aired it out, but Filson just waiting there on a little curl, and a little miscommunication is something wasn't communicated right, whether it should be a fly route or a curl, so maybe get that back on track for next drive here.
Yeah, want to be all on the same page as they send the special teams out. And they will get some Quakers offside, I believe. As it is offside on the defense. Still 4th down.
Encroachment on the defense. Will move the Warriors up a little more.
And they will get the punt off, almost blocked there. And Elizabeth Forward will down it at the 23-yard line.
Yes, they'll have starting back in their own zone here. Just remember, you can tune into all the games on PCNTV.com and see their schedule for all games coming up for the games of the week for high school football.
And the PCN's Game of the Week continues next Friday live at 7 p.m. as Pine Richland takes on Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Catch the entire game on cable and stream with PCN Select. Visit PCNTV.com for the schedule. So it's great to see PCN going statewide, really, with these games all over the place. As the Quakers really can't get nothing going in this one, being stuffed at the line, virtually doing nothing on offense except for those 2 passes that they had 2 drives ago.
Yeah, they're continuing to go back to the ground when it seemingly just hasn't been working there. The running back, offensive lineman, a little shaken up there after the play. You see he's making his way off the field under his own power, which is good, but that offense not looking so hot on the ground. Maybe they can get back to the pass. They did have two very positive plays in the pass game. So we'll see if they can get back to that and get the ball moving.
Yeah, I would put the game in Asbiote's hands. Trying to get him in the air, test his arm a little bit, as he's great rolling out and a great quarterback on the run thrower, great on the run thrower as well. His ability to find the open man is really good so far in this game, as he completed 2, I believe, and then the one was almost intercepted with the pressure coming to him as he throws a little bubble screen here, and they will get the first and a little bit more, as that is number 3, Patrick Kutchenberg.
Great play call there for the Quakers. Nice look right outside on the bubble screen. He had a wide open lane to power through some defenders and get that first down. It was a nice vision from that receiver to know where he had to go towards the sideline to get as much yardage as he could.
And Kutchenberg seems to be the favorite target for Asbiotes, as they have connected on a few of passes so far in this one. Asbiotes in the shotgun. 2 on both sides. 1 in motion. Another pass rolls out to the left and throws to nobody, but they will throw a flag, and I believe that will be on Mervoss. Pass interference.
It was an obvious pass interference call. From our standpoint up here on top, it was an obvious pass interference. He pushed him way too early, but the ball wasn't even there yet, so definitely pass interference call coming on the defense.
But one of those things that you have to take into consideration, was that ball really catchable?
I mean, it could be. I mean, if you get it out close enough to that sideline where he has more time to run out there, yes. From that standpoint where it was, no. But he did hit him early.
He indeed did hit him early, as ineligible receiver downfield and pass interference. So the penalties will offset. So we'll stay first down and 10.
You know, Quaker Valley trying to get some yardage there. Just can't get it because with the penalty on them as well. But definitely pass interference call. Question is that reviewable?
We have trips left. And they hand it straight up the middle as the Quakers trying to get some yards going with Saxon.
Kutchenberg on the run. Tripped up by Chase Watt.
And Saxon there on your screen. Big built, 5'11", 176 pounds, a senior. So coming back to this team, trying to have that same playoff hopes as last year, but just not looking good so far with the 0-3 start and the 21-0 start in this one.
Yeah, when you have a playoff team last year, you always want to continue that same role in the following year. But you know, sometimes when you're losing a bunch of senior guys, it just doesn't happen that way when the young guys don't step up enough.
As Saxon will get stopped again, short of the line of scrimmage, who will take a loss. 3rd and 6, or 3rd and 8.
Run game's still not working there for Quaker Valley. Try to get back to the air. It's been seemingly working so far. Offense coordinator make that call and get them back in the pass game.
And another thing to mention, Saxon actually is listed under linebacker and defensive lineman as well as running back. So he's on the field everywhere.
Yeah, and some guys just have that versatile ability to play every position. And if you can have that, you're definitely a threat on both sides of the ball being able to play that way.
As Aspiots gets flooded out of the pocket and will take the sack all the way at the 21.
And he was thrown down hard at the end of that play. He's a little slow to get up. But again, that offensive line just not holding their blocks. The defense was in there way too fast. You have to give your quarterback at least a little bit of time to get that ball off, and just nothing going there for that Quaker Valley offense.
Aspiots has to be able to get rid of the ball as well. You gotta take your pride and take the incompletion, throw it out of bounds, or throw it to a wide open receiver maybe downfield if you even get to see him. There's like 4 Warriors rushing at you. I don't blame him there, but being flooded out of the pocket is one of those things where most of the time when you are flooded out of the pocket and nobody's open, you have to throw that one away, especially when you are back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, some quarterbacks a little pressure when they're rolling out of the pocket. You know, they get a little nervous. It's like, I got to scramble out. I got to try to find an open receiver. But in the midst of that, they're also thinking, what happens if I throw it away? What if I get an interception? And by that time, with all their thoughts, they don't get the ball off. That defense is already to you. So, like you were saying, you got to make that decision whether you throw it away or just try to get the ball in there. Or if you have to, obviously take the sack.
And Quaker Valley takes the timeout, and high school roundup. Highlight standings, top plays, prediction, and more. Tune into that on our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1. And if you are in the California area, tune in to CUTV, as that will be airing on there as well. Great group of guys on there. Talk a lot of high school football, a lot of Big East, 5A, 3A, the whole whippeal. As the punt is up and about midfield, as it would, and it will be downed by the Quakers. Almost didn't touch it. One of the Warriors could have picked it up and just took it to the house.
Yes, they could have. I mean, I thought immediately he did touch it, but maybe not.
And we look at this graphic. Together, we power forward with 2-time Stanley Cup champion Kevin Stevens. A presentation on powering forward from the addiction into recovery. Monday, September 23rd, 7 p.m. in the Natali Performance Center. If you are on campus that day, I truly, truly advise you to come down on the 23rd at 7 p.m. in the Performance Center to just watch it. It's a very moving speech, and he's a great guy.
He really is, and he does move a lot of people with that speech, so we're looking forward to seeing that on campus.
Lewis takes the ball up the middle and just doesn't lose step. This Warriors offense really doesn't lose any step from defense to offense to special teams. They keep it going. Even if they don't have a drive that they score, they just keep it going, get that out of their mind, and it's focused on each drive. Yeah, that's what I like about this team.
They're working to the beat of the drum, as some would say. They keep pounding forward on each and every play, and they're working for something. Whether it's a good play or a bad play, they continue to work forward for something on every time.
Mervoss in the pistol formation as almost 3 running backs were in the backfield there, and Lewis takes it up the middle for a Warriors first down.
Another successful run for the Warriors offense. They powered right up the middle through a wide open gaping hole to get that first down. Great vision for the running back and great blocking once again from that offensive line who's setting this up for a great run game for the Warriors.
1 minute and 33 seconds left in the half. Your score here so far, 21-0. Warriors are up. See if they can get some points on the board before halftime. Mervoss getting ready for the snap, man in motion. As this will be another handoff, and it will be a fake handoff, and he is a lot of room and opportunity as he jumps over a blocker, breaks one, breaks two, and almost takes them into the end zone down to the goal line. Mervoss, big gain.
Well, I was definitely fooled, I have to tell you that for sure. I'll be honest with you. I did not see the ball stay in Mervoss's hands, but great vision there to get downfield. He had no one in sight on that right side of the field. Got a good block there. He did shed it, but what a move there at the end to gain a few more yards than what he would have had and originally. Great play there from Mervoss to fake that handoff and pick up a huge chunk of yardage to set him up to potentially score a touchdown.
Want to get a little bit more points as 46 seconds left in the half. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right up the middle to Lewis, as they will give it right up the middle to Lewis, and he will be stopped by a stifling defensive line.
Yeah, they made a little brick wall there to get him stuffed in the backfield. So he's pretty much had his way most of the night, but that's a little revenge, if you would say, for that Quaker Valley defense. They finally get him stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, getting that stop was very key to this drive. 20 seconds. The Warriors will call a timeout. 21-0. Trying to get that one last touchdown on the board.
Yeah, 20 seconds to do it, so they're trying to draw something up here real quick to hopefully get one more score before halftime.
And the Quakers, if they do get a stop here, that is a huge momentum changer going into the half. Not being down 28-0, just being down 21-0 and stopping them and getting the ball at half is something that they could look forward to in that locker room.
Yeah, either way they're still down, but it's a lot better feeling if you're to keep them at 21, because you know that the Warriors want to score a touchdown here. So if you can get them stopped, it really puts a lot of momentum in your team to make sure that, hey, we got that stop, we kept them to 21, and we didn't let them score right at the goal line.
They could come out first drive and take it down the field with all that momentum, but that all deciding on these last 2 or 3 plays here before halftime. Mervoss waiting for the snap again. Hands it up the middle, and he will drag 2 defenders into the end zone. Touchdown, Chase Watton, 26-0.
Another rushing touchdown for the Warriors. Fantastic job on the run game. They continue to power forward for yet another touchdown right before the half.
15 seconds left in the half. 27-0 the score is so far, and they will be lining up for the extra point. The extra point is up and good. The Warriors up 28-0 here in Elizabeth, PA. As the Quakers will be receiving this ball in a few moments here, as we will keep it here for the kickoff. But great drive by the Warriors.
Yeah, they do have a few seconds for Quaker Valley to try and score something here, but they didn't get the stop, and the Warriors able to punch one more touchdown into the end zone to gain even more confidence and momentum going into the locker room here at halftime.
And the Warriors not missing anything, dotting their I's and crossing their T's, as you can look on YouTube for CUTV Sports 1. That is our YouTube page. You can watch a great documentary. We were actually watching it earlier down in the media suite. CUTV Brick Squad 20 for 20. Check it out. Edit and produced by yours truly, me, if you didn't get it. As we will get the Warriors kicking this one off to the Quakers. 15 seconds left. Quakers, a lot of space and opportunity for them to work. And they will receive it at about the 11, take it back, and a wide open field there as he's tripped up short of the 30, getting down to the 28.
Yeah, with 9 seconds left here, if I'm the Quakers, I'm throwing the ball deep. You got to try something here to get one more score before the end of the game. So as we look back at the last touchdown, running it into the end zone one more time to get that last score before halftime. Great job there on the Warriors offense.
Yeah, Chase Watton drug 2 defenders into the end zone on that one. And there's being a stretcher brought out for the Quaker sideline. I'm not sure who that is for, but hopefully a quick recovery for him. And the Quakers will just take a knee and go into halftime 28-0. Down 28-0. What could you say to the Quakers right now to get them going?
Well, they definitely got to discuss something in the locker room on the offensive side of the ball. They have to try to get something going. You can obviously see the runs not working. Maybe draw up some new pass plays, see what can happen there. Maybe a little talk to the offensive line, give you some more time. But also you want to talk to your quarterback. You know, maybe see what his vision is. Maybe he can get the ball off quicker. There's different things you can put together here to hopefully come out firing here in the second half and get some points.
Make sure you stay tuned. We will have the second half here on PCN and CUTV. 28-0 so far in Elizabeth, PA.
Colin, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Millersburg, Pennsylvania can watch our stuff down here.
Well, they could follow us on Twitter, or they could like us on Facebook.
Yeah, but what about our sports? How can they watch those?
They could watch it live on our YouTube channel.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Welcome back into Elizabeth, PA. Here as we're covering our halftime shows with both of the marching bands. You're watching currently Quaker Valley's marching band on the field, and soon up to follow will be Elizabeth Forwards following their performance here.
This dark and menacing music highlighted Tim Burton's 1992 classic movie, starring Pittsburgh's own Michael Keaton. This is Batman Returns. 1962 Marvel comic, getting his own TV series in 1967, and most recently in this summer Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man is Stan Lee's most famous addition to the world of comic book heroes. Featuring assistant color guard Captain Paige Geeson Saber, this is the theme from Spider-Man. Finally, to close out tonight's show, we have music from a team of heroes written by film and composer Alan Silvestri. Originally popularized by the 2012 movie of the same name and heard most recently in the 2019 blockbuster hit Avengers Endgame, this is the theme from The Avengers and features color guard Captain Paige Leonard. We thank you for your attention. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the Elizabeth Ford High School Marching Band will be performing their show for the 2019 season. The show is in 3 parts. Movement 1, the duel. Movement 2, the dance. Movement 3, the getaway. The Elizabeth Ford High School Marching Band is proud to present their show for the 2019 season, Undercover. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the Elizabeth Ford High School Marching Band's performance of Undercover, led by our drum major, Miss Angelina Jordan. Drum major, is your band ready? You may now take the field for this evening's performance. The Elizabeth Ford High School Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Steve Spang, assisted by Mr. Van Cook, Mr. Jared Thompson, and Mr. Hunter Brunez. Color guard instructors are Miss Anna Machois, Miss Casey Schneider, and Miss Kiki Hines. The Elizabeth Ford High School Marching Band would like to say a huge thank you to the students, staff, administration, and the Elizabeth Ford School District community.
Colin, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Millersburg, Pennsylvania can watch our stuff down here.
Well, they could follow us on Twitter, or they could like us on Facebook.
Yeah, but what about our sports? How can they watch those?
They could watch it live on our YouTube channel.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Hello and welcome back into the CUTV broadcast on the Pennsylvania Cable Network. I'm Devin Green, alongside me Trevin Catellis, and in this one, 28-0 has been the story so far for Elizabeth Ford. It's just a plummet of highlights here. Lewis breaking tackles left and right, untouched, into the end zone for 6. That was their first touchdown of the game, and the next drive, Hunnell running it straight up the middle. And right here, this was the most recent touchdown. Watton taking it into the end zone for a touchdown before half.
Yeah, we had a big half of scoring for the Warriors. We're up 28-0 to start off this second half. And hopefully, we can make it a little more of a game. Quaker Valley obviously had to have something talked about in the locker room during the halftime, so we'll see what they can come out pulling off here in the second half. But obviously, Elizabeth Forward is going to look to do the same exact thing they did in this first half, continue to play ball like they've been playing ball, and hopefully they can pull out the win they've been playing.
They are a second half team, as you can see the graphic. www.pcntv.com. Pennsylvania Cable Network is what this is being aired on live Make sure you tune into next week's Friday Night Lights edition on PCN, which will be another great game. But right here, the score 28-0. 56 seconds before we get started back up in this one. Elizabeth Ford has been a huge offensive gain on the ground, barely passing the ball whatsoever in this game.
Yeah, they haven't had much passing game going on at all. It's been mostly on the ground game, but as you said before, don't fix anything that's not broken, and the run game is definitely not broken. They got well over 100 yards, almost 200 yards between all their backs that they have going on. So if they continue to run the ball, if it's going to work, keep it on the ground and see what happens for you.
And if you are watching this live on PCN, PCN is your home for PIAA championship coverage. Golf, soccer, field hockey, girls volleyball, cross country, and football fill the airwaves this fall. You can watch all these PIAA championships on PCN. Visit PCNTV.com for the complete schedule. And it looks like we will be getting a start on this one. California University Television is our Facebook page. Make sure you visit that. Give us a like on Facebook. Tune into the high school roundup. We share that a lot on Facebook, as well as our new fantasy football freak show. My fellow co-announcer here is the host of that one.
Yeah, we enjoy fantasy football. All of us do. Down on our media team, so why not make a show about it? Give other viewers a chance to see who to play, who not to play for the league, and give us a little insight on our picks and who we think's winning these games too. So be sure to check that out on CUTV as well.
And do not play Antonio Brown this week.
No.
If you have not heard the news, he was cut by the Patriots. Just some fantasy football input during this high school Friday night light game. 28-0 so far. Elizabeth Forward will be kicking it off to Quaker Valley. Quaker Valley trying to get something started on this first drive. If you can come out at halftime and score right away, it's always a great outcome.
That's exactly what the Warriors did at the beginning of this game. First drive, first touchdown of the game. So hopefully we'll see if Quaker Valley can do the same here to kick off this good second half.
And Elizabeth Forward, the play will be blown dead. There's a flag on the field. We will see what the flag will be. Looks like it will be on Elizabeth Forward, and it is offsides indeed. So they will re-kick 5 yards back.
Yeah, and offside, not a whole lot of things that you see on a kickoff, but you did have one here on the Warriors, so it's going to set them back. And what really eliminated a great kick, because it was a great kickoff there. So it's eliminating that, and they're going to have to re-kick it here to start off the second half.
And the fan section of the Warriors getting into it. It is toga night here in Elizabeth, PA. And the second half is underway. Quakers getting a good return here, taking it all the way out to the 34-yard line. Great blocking there by Quaker Valley, and trying to set up that offense really good.
Yeah, they're going to set it up here to see what they can do with it. And as we said before, we should look to see hopefully more of a pass game for this offense rather than run. The run has been pretty much stopped in the backfield by the host of Warriors defense every time. So we're looking forward to seeing if they can throw it on this
And as you can see on your screen there, give us a follow on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Devin084. Give me some thoughts about this game and any thoughts about football in general. I'm a 49ers fan, so I can speak for anything pretty much coming off of last year's season, as they will throw it a strict bomb, and he will drop it. That is number 34, Matthew Von Kalen.
Yeah, slipping right through the hands there of the wide receiver. Almost a good grab. As you see, he did slow up at the end there to try to make that grab, but just incomplete, just a little over his head.
And that is his first target of the game, so it could be the jitters of that first ball in the air. You're looking at it, getting ready to catch it, and it just goes through your hands. That was a huge play, or could have been a huge play, but dropped. And the Quakers, 2nd and 10. Aspiotes under center, fakes the handoff. QB keeper out to the right and takes it out for a 5-yard gain.
Quaker Valley looking positive here so far on this first drive coming out the gate. 2 great plays. I mean, of course, the first one was incomplete, but it was still a good positive play to get that ball out there, out of the pocket very quickly. So it's a good play there, and also the nice run to gain a few yards, keeping it positive here on the first drive.
Quaker Valley breaking the huddle. Now in the shotgun formation, 2 on each side. 3rd and about 6 at the 39. They look at the little bubble screen pass, and he cannot break one tackle. He is quickly tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Yeah, screenplay thought he had the outside there as he made the catch to the left. Quick bubble screen out there, wide open lane. Thought he could outrun that defender, but did stop short as the defender was able to wrap up and bring him down. So good stop there on the defensive side.
Yeah, Nate Dix was the receiver on that one. Couldn't get a broken tackle or anything like that, so they will send out the field goal unit, or the punt unit. This would be a pretty long field goal, but the punt team is out there, and the punt is up and fielded by the Warriors. They take it up the sideline. Jukes 1, Jukes 2, and gets quickly tackled and lifted up down at their 33-yard line.
He was thrown down in the backfield, a little aggression shown there on the Quaker Valley side. Maybe hoping to get a little spark shown towards that Warriors team to say, hey, we mean business in the second half, and see what they can get going.
And the Warriors will take over 1st down and 10. Warriors breaking the huddle, coming out in that same shotgun formation. 2 to the right, 1 receiver to the left. McVoss snaps, steps back, rolls out to the right, sees a wide open receiver, and he reels it in for an amazing catch. And that pass is complete to Jacob
target.
Hall.
On target. I mean, you can't get any better than that. You have the quarterback who's completely under pressure, thinking all hope's lost if you're a fan, or rolling out to the right side, nothing going. And all of a sudden you see him launch the ball downfield to a wide open receiver who has his man beat. And perfectly timed pass. He kept his eyes downfield at all times. That's what you got to do as a good quarterback.
Marvoss in the shotgun setup again. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And they will hand it straight up the middle, and that is Hunnell. And Hunnell has been pummeling through the line and through defenders to get yardage in this game.
Yeah, and what seemed to be a passing offense was starting up there. They have another big run, same as what we saw in the first half. Keep it on the ground and get some good yardage. Exactly what they did there.
This Warriors team has a great mix of passing and running. They're good on both sides, so it's very, very hard to read when you are the defense.
And the defense not really having much answers for that run game so far this game. So, again, not stepping it up so far. We'll see if they can stop that and hopefully force them back to pass.
And they will run it to Lewis, and Lewis will be short. Actually, they will give him the 1st down by a yard. So 1st down and 10, Warriors.
Yeah, they're going to remove the chains once again on the run. The success they had in the first half continues to roll over here in the second as they are moving the ball closer and closer to the red zone on this drive.
Trying to get more points on the board. 28-0 so far in this one. 9 minutes and 36 seconds left in this quarter. They hand it off to Lewis again. Lewis finding that hole, hitting it hard, but is brought down by 3 defenders short of the 1st down.
Another nice run there for that offense, continuing to pound the ball up the middle. He finds a hole every single time he gets that handoff, and he's able to exploit it and gain big yardage each and every single time.
Warriors trying to capitalize on this drive, being able to stop Quaker Valley and score their own is a big momentum booster for them if they didn't already have all the momentum. McVoss in the shotgun set, gives it to Lewis again. Lewis hits the hole hard, breaks one, almost breaks two into the end zone, but is stopped short at about the 4-yard line. First and goal, Warriors.
He had his eyes set on the end zone. He was determined to get there as he's breaking through tackles, making little shifty moves with his feet to get there. Almost, though, as he gets stopped short of the goal line. But great run there. You can see him kind of limping off the field, hoping he's okay, but maybe just taking a little break after that tough-fought run.
Yeah, running the ball about 3 times on that first down possession alone and getting 2 first downs himself. But Mer Voss will take the snap and hand it up the middle to Hunnell, and Hunnell will be stopped short, and a flag is thrown. Looks like it will be on the Warriors. They're trotting back, and it is a holding on the offense.
Yeah, it was a little interesting. I actually saw the flag being thrown as soon as he took the hit, so first I questioned was the penalty on the hit, but now we see it is a holding call, so kind of takes it back from what Elizabeth Forward just earned on those hard run plays, and now I set back a little bit, so hopefully it's a long goal play coming up.
Yeah, first and goal from the 16-yard line. Mervoss breaking huddle in the shotgun formation once again. 2 to his left this time, 1 to his right. As he will hand it straight up the middle to Lewis. Lewis Brett, he hits the hole so hard and finds an opening and cuts in the other direction. You can see it on this replay.
Yeah, he's speedy, but he's patient at the same time. He knows where he's going. He likes to think it out, but yet he keeps continually moving the entire time, which really proves his success to get up in that hole quickly, because if you do wait too long, sometimes you get stuffed. So he's got the mindset to keep that ball moving, even when he is thinking where to go.
He has that Christian McCaffrey feeling to him so far in this game. Lewis has been taking over on this drive. Wouldn't be surprised if they keep feeding that man. And they do. Straight up the middle, breaks one tackle, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Lewis, and touchdown, Warriors.
Another touchdown for the Warriors, right up the middle again. And that was the same run that you told us they were going to do last time in the goal line. So they ran it one more time to score another score, and he showed off his strength again to get into the end zone.
Yeah, once you keep feeding him, he's going to eat. We set up for the extra point. Elizabeth forward. Extra point is up and good. Your score here in Elizabeth, PA, 35-0. 6 minutes, 59 seconds left in this one. Stay tuned. Don't change the channel here on CUTV and PCN.
Have you seen the new Cal U Vulcan logo around? Have you wondered where to get gear featuring it? Then go to calvulcans.com and click shop. Log on and browse a full selection of men's shirts, women's shirts, pullovers, hoodies, and more. All items feature customization with the new Cal U Vulcan logo and wordmark. The site also features a full selection of hats, tailgating items, and accessories. Don't be the last person to sport new Cal U Vulcan gear. Go to calvulcans.com today.
Hello and welcome back into this broadcast. I am Devin Green, alongside me Trevin Cateles, and in this one, the story has been all Elizabeth forward, as they have pummeled Quaker Valley Quakers so far.
Yeah, they have, and it's mostly been on the run, as we've been talking about most of the game. We sound like a broken record talking run, but that's what they've done so far, and we look to hopefully they're going to keep that going, because it's what's working so far.
And Quaker Valley returns this, has an open lane, takes it midfield. midfield, breaks one, and he keeps going as he's being chased down by a Warrior, breaks his tackle, and he will go all the way in for a touchdown, Quakers.
No flags that I can see, so it would be a good touchdown for Quaker Valley. The first positive thing we've seen out of this team, but what a way to put the margin on and get a touchdown, return a kickoff. That's put some momentum behind your team.
Zachary Boyd, the freshman, 5'11", 142 pounds of straight speed, as he took it all the way back from the 15-yard line into the end zone, as they will set up for the extra point to get 7 on the board. The extra point is up and blocked by the Warriors. 35-6 is your score in this one. Great momentum change for the Quakers. We'll see if they can keep it going here on CUTV and PCN.
Consider the future. Your future. At California University of Pennsylvania, you can build your life your way because we believe in you. We invest in you, empower you to create the future you envision. We give you the tools and teaching so you can rise up and achieve. Don't settle for someone else's vision of you. Build you at CalU. Visit us at calu.edu.
Hello and welcome back, and there is the man for the Quakers. That is number 3, Zachary Boyd, as he just returned a 90-yard kickoff return.
Man, what a way to make a name for yourself as a freshman, to score the only points you've got on the board so far this game halfway through the third. Great way to do that as a freshman, return a kickoff.
As the Warriors trying to do that themselves, they cut back and gets one block, cuts back upfield, and a flag is quickly thrown. I believe that will be an illegal block in the back. But great return by the Warriors. Unfortunately, it will be taken back by this flag.
Yeah, it was a block in the back. You can see he clipped him right on the backside on that return, hoping they could return one of their own there. As you can see, they're making it pretty far down the field, but not going to happen there, as Quaker Valley will remain the only one with a kickoff return.
And here's another look at that return. This is from midfield, breaks one, keeps it going, gets caught up, jukes one defender, and trots straight into the end zone for the touchdown. And their first points of the game. 35-6 though. The Warriors still hold the lead. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this quarter. Elizabeth forward, coming out in that same shotgun set. 2 to the left, 1 to the right this time. Mervoss hands it to, breaks off one, and that is Lewis. Once again, Lewis picking up where he left off.
Just keep handing it to him, man. He's working the ball, he's gaining yardage. If he's gonna keep doing it, just keep giving him the ball. He wants it.
He definitely wants it indeed. He wants another touchdown, and he could potentially get one if he keeps running like that. .5:29 left in this quarter. Mervoss in that shotgun set, 2 to the right this time, 1 to the left. And they hand it to the right to Lewis again, and he will be brought down short of the first down. It will be second or third and 2, I believe. Third and 2 for the Warriors at midfield. If the Quaker Valley Quakers could get a stop here, that would be a huge momentum boost for them after their kickoff return. And we will see if they do hold up here. Hand it off to get again to Lewis. And Lewis dives forward for the first down, I think. As no, they're signaling 4th down. So a great stop by the defense.
Yeah, they do stop them short, and just as you said, what a great momentum booster in order to do that, following up from the great momentum they just picked up off that kick return. So they're going to get the ball back here now if Elizabeth Forward does choose to punt, and then we will see what Quaker Valley can do on offense to hopefully get another score.
And it looks like the punt team will be out. Getting ready to kick this one off. The kick is up and fielded again. Actually, will be downed. It will be downed at the 1, I believe. No, they're calling a touchback because the downed player was in the end zone. A little bit confusion here. Quaker Valley schedule at Elizabeth Forward. This is the game right now, but a conference game next week. Keystone Oaks. It's going to be a tough one for them.
Yes, it is, man. Keystone Oaks is one of those teams that continues to pour it on, whether they're up big or not. You can see some of the losses they've already had this season. Opposing teams have put over 50 points up, and when you're putting that many points up against a team, it's hard to win. It really is.
And there's a penalty flag that was thrown on the punt, and it is a face mask on the Warriors and a face mask on the Quakers. So those penalties will offset, and actually they will get the ball at the 2-yard line. So not calling that touchback. Very interesting ways of going, because he was halfway into the end zone, and usually you can't touch the end zone when you're touching the ball at the same time.
Yeah, usually that is the call. I mean, he did keep the ball out, but his body was well in the end zone. So the interesting call there to see what they're going to put together. But Quaker Valley, starting this from their own 2-yard line, it's going to be a little tough to get it out of their own zone to see if they can finally put something together here and gain momentum back.
Have to be able to get some breathing room here, so I would not be surprised if they do a little quarterback keeper, as Aspiotes is under center, and they do have a quarterback keeper, and they push forward for about a half-a-yard gain.
Yeah, not much room to work there, as they knew that little run was coming, so they just swarmed right in on a full-out blitz, stopped him real short, and that's going to be a gain of about nothing.
There's an injured player down on the field for Quaker Valley. As you can see in the replay, kind of got landed on. Great night tonight as we look at the Elizabeth Forward schedule. At Derry next week, and that's going to be a huge game. Just both teams at the top of their conference. Derry and North Catholic, both back-to-back, so that's a tough schedule for the next 2 weeks for Elizabeth Forward. Have to win those games if you want to stay ahead and stay in first. North Catholic and Derry is those tough teams.
Yeah, I mean, those teams are two tough ones back-to-back. I mean, EF does stand a lot of potential, though, in the way they play. If they can get those 2 wins, they're looking good in this conference.
And one thing, Relay for Life, September 22nd, 2019 at Adamson Stadium. The team set up at 12 p.m. The event starts at 1 p.m. Sign up, relayforlife.org/PACalU.
Yeah, it's this Sunday. So if you guys aren't doing anything, come on down to CalU and check it out. It's up at our stadium following, family weekend at Cal.
And here's the CUTV schedule. Next week, we will be Beaver at Ringgold. And then the week after that, Charleroi at Southmoreland. That is going to be a good game, as well as the West Mifflin and Bell Vernon game. Chartiers Houston at California. And to end it off, Carmichael's at Brownsville. That will be a very interesting game to end the season off with, as one of the Quaker players that was injured walks off on his own will.
It's always good to see.
3 minutes and 5 seconds left in this quarter. 35-6 is your score. Second down and 10. Quaker Valley has the ball and has the potential to put up some more points here if they can get out of this sticky situation, as I believe the fire department has been called and has some duties to go attend to.
Yeah, sirens flashing and sirens going off, lights flashing.
And you can see here just a great run by Aspiotes. And he gets down almost to the first down marker, but is a little short.
Yeah, they were close. They were very close. They tried to pummel it up there a little farther than what they've been doing in the past and just couldn't get it going, but they did try.
I believe the ref did call a timeout. Not sure for what. I think Quaker Valley's quarterback actually is injured with a hand injury, so they will most likely go into their bench of quarterback, their backup quarterback. And Quaker Valley will call the timeout. PCN, make sure you go to PCNTV.com to check the schedule for other Friday Night Lights here live on PCN. A lot of great people, the people that came with the truck, good guys. Love to see them doing this for us, and it's just great to be here live on statewide television.
Yeah, it is. You know, people from all over can watch this game tonight. You know, whether you're in Harrisburg or wherever you may be, you can watch us live. And so it's pretty cool. I have some family taping the game at home, as they're not home to watch it. But I think my grandfather's watching at home. He loves to watch football on TV. So shout out to him if he is.
And shout out to Ralph, the Chick-fil-A connoisseur, if he is watching. Never know what Ralph's doing at this time of the night.
Yeah, our man Ralph hooking us up at Chick-fil-A every day for lunch.
Chick-fil-A is the only way for us to eat, and Ralph is the only supplier for us, as they will take it in a kind of a wildcat formation. They bring in number 33, Donovan Kutchemer, at quarterback, and it will be 4th and short.
Yeah, he tried to stretch the ball out there at the end, and actually they're giving him the first down. The little stretch out at the end paid off. He's getting the first down out of that.
Great second effort by Kutchemer, and he will stay in at quarterback. I believe they are wrapping up Aspiote's hand. I think he landed on it awkwardly. Nevertheless, first down and 10, Quakers. Shotgun formation, 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Takes it out to the left, stiff arms one defender, runs over another defender, keeps it going, and gets the first down and more.
Man, showing off the strength right there, running through defenders and carrying him on his back all the way up past the first down line. What a play.
1 minute left in this one. Kutchemer takes it out.
And look at it again on the replay, all the way to the left side, stiff arming a defender, making some moves, plowing another over, and carrying the rest with him all the way across the first down line to get more progress here for this Quaker Valley team.
Quaker Valley trying to get some more points on the board as they bring the quarterback back in. They wrapped his hand up, and he will be fine and ready to go on this first down. Man in motion, a little jet sweep fake. He cuts up the middle and gets tackled right away behind the line of scrimmage. Great play by the Warriors defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick after 2 solid runs prior to this. They got in there quick on this one to stuff this one for a loss. Try to get a little revenge on what was going great for the Quaker Valley team.
Nicholas Murphy on the tackle. Believe that will be marked as a sack as well.
Was behind the line of scrimmage. I can go with that.
And the quarter will come to an end. That is the end of the third quarter. The Warriors up 35-6, but the Quakers can answer here on this drive. Stay tuned here as you see the CTV hot dog score for Elizabeth Forward, 9.88. Great food down there.
They do have great food. I had a what they call a Warrior Bowl, which is just like the KFC bowls with the chicken, potatoes, corn. It was great. Absolutely amazing. And they have all kind of chicken parm fries. Oh, yeah. Good food.
Yeah, they were definitely up there in the rankings. But it's going to be hard to beat Ringgold because going to Ringgold is always fun, especially when they're giving out free food at the end of the game.
Oh, wow. We head there next week, so we shall see.
I believe I changed the last year's hot dog score. They were at a 9, and I gave them a 10 just because they gave out free Chick-fil-A at the end. It was very, very
and
amazing.
they gave out Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Wow. It's hard to beat that. You
Yeah.
can't give less than a 10 if they're giving out free Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. We get into some of these highlights. Elizabeth Forward scoring domination in this one, putting up 35 so far. Getting straight in the end zone from the ground. That has been a common factor for the Warriors. You see Lewis running over defender, diving into the end zone, and we're right back into it. Aspiots drop back, pump fakes, throws it up for anybody to catch, and it is batted down by the Warriors.
A lot of defenders out there in the area. The only man back there deep to receive the ball, but there was 3 defenders there as well ready to go up for it. So a tough ball to be caught. Luckily, that was incomplete and not intercepted.
And the intended receiver was Mason Dyart. 3rd down and 12. Quakers trying to get something going on this drive. Aspiotes under center. Sweep to the outside, almost breaks 3 tackles there. And that is number 33, Kutchemer. And it is 4th down and short. So we'll see if they elect to keep the offense on. Looks like they do have the offense on still.
Yeah, you got to try something here on 4th down, try to convert. I mean, at this point, you're down so far, you got to at least try to get some scores on the board, at least for consolation. I mean, you got to put some points on the board. You got to see what your offense can do because you never want to slack off even late in the game when you're down.
Yeah, even going into next week, you got to look back and see the goods and the bads of each game, and right here could be a great drive for them.
Yeah, coaches follow on who gives up at the end of the game, and you don't want to get benched just by giving up on a game you're down on.
And Aspiotes runs back into his own blocker and gets stopped short as he is frustrated, and you could see it right there.
Yeah, he is actually down on the play. They're really slow to get up. Not good there for the Quaker Valley team as he will a little bit of a limp, but seem to get up, and looks like he's going to stay in there.
And give us a follow on Twitter, Trevin Catellis. Say your Twitter handle because I don't believe that's yours.
At TKDJ underscore. It actually is.
Okay.
It's a
I
little,
didn't see the underscore.
Yeah,
so.
it's a little underscore at the end. It's just covered by the white line, but there is an underscore there. Don't forget it. It'll probably show up without it anyway, but it's at TKDJ underscore. You can hit that up. I try to keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, and follow me on Twitter at Devonster84. You will see the mayor as the display name, as that is my one of my nicknames that I go with down here at Cal. And now Elizabeth Ford gets a jet sweep. Nice jet sweep, gets a block and is taken down short, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, it would have been a nice run, but a block in the back call, I believe is coming on the offense. Is just a little cutback block on the outside. He gained him the extra yardage, and it's going to be coming back.
And it will be on the offense. I believe they call a holding here. They will trot back and try that first down one more time. First down and 19. 9:20 left in this quarter. Mervoz in the shotgun. Hands it off to a new face. He spins off one defender, almost breaks two, and that is number 23, Kyle Flournoy.
What another great run. That offense continues to power through. Switching it up with the running backs, so giving some other guys some more carries. So good to see that for the Warriors. But again, the same result, no matter who they're giving the ball to, they're gaining yardage.
And that is the sophomore, 5'9", 172 pounds listed. Great running so far from him, his first attempt in this game. And they will hand it off to him again. He finds a hole, breaks one, and is tackled by two Quakers.
If that's the future of the Warriors offense, they definitely have a good future in him, as he looks just as powerful as the rest of the starting backs. Amazing play so far we've seen with the 2 carries he's had.
First down and 10. At the 17. Warriors trying to get another score up on the board. Warriors get the snap, handed off again, and he will be taken down shortly after passing the line of scrimmage.
Again, just trying to run the ball, not really looking to pass here or run the score up, but I mean, looks to me as if they're running it. If they score, they score, but if not, they're just trying to run out the time here and just get some more plays in.
And you want to be able to go into next week with everybody that you have on the field right now.
Yeah, you don't want to lose anyone late in the game like this.
And this is where you see temper start to flare from the opposing team trying to get in the head of the team that is up, which you can't let that happen if you're Elizabeth Forward.
No, I did that a little bit earlier with Quaker Valley. They were getting into it with Elizabeth Forward, but it seemed to calm down a little bit, but we'll see if anything picks up.
Flournoy with another first down. He just splits the hole, and he's the knife, and the hole is the butter.
He's smooth going through that hole, man. He finds it, and he's quick to get through there all the way up and almost to the end zone. He was stopped just short at the 5-yard line, but if they continue to run the ball, I guess he's going to be in the end zone within 2 plays at least.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. They keep feeding him right here.
Oh, yeah.
6 minutes and 49 seconds left. Flournoy waiting for that handoff in the back, and they fake it to him and pass a slant over the middle to number 18, Jacob Praw.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the pass, but, you know, a great play. The defense knew another run was coming, but he faked it. Quick slant to the end zone. Every team has a part in their playbook called the quick game, and that's the really quick one. As soon as he got that ball, fired it right to the end zone, wide open, in front of his man for the touchdown.
And the Warriors setting up for another extra point to make it 42-6.
Andrew Smith for the extra point.
Andrew Smith gets this one up and good. 42-6 in this one so far. Quaker Valley trying to get something positive going before the end of this game. And we'll be back here on CUTV and PCN.
Pride and passion drives the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. From 55 NCAA championship teams, 294 individual national champs, and counting. Who's next? Make the PSAC yours. PSAC Proud is winning in athletics and in the classroom. Over 3,100 PSAC student athletes are honored as scholar athletes. It's a perfect mix of athletics and academics. It's time to make the PSAC yours.
Hello and welcome back into a great Friday Night Light game. I'm Devin Garina. Alongside me, Trevin Cateles, and Elizabeth Forward has been up in this game from the start and keeps pouring on the points so far.
Yeah, they have, and as we keep talking about, most of it's on the ground, except for that last play we just saw. Really quick pass to the end zone, and whether it's on the ground or in the air, they have success both sides of the ball. So for any defense that goes up against them, especially what we've seen in Quaker Valley today, Elizabeth Forward looks unstoppable.
Yeah, it's hard to answer that as the Warriors kick it off to the Quakers, and nobody is there to field the ball, which they better field the ball if they recover, and Elizabeth Forward recovers the ball. So I believe they will get the ball at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, the ball only has to go 10 yards before the kicking team can touch it. No one on the receiving team made an effort to get it when the man was going right towards it. So great read from Elizabeth Forward to get down there and get that ball, but Quaker Valley's got to get on that. So look at the touchdown, quick blast to the end zone. Great play as they faked that handoff. They were expecting the run. Quick zip to the end zone to put up another score. And now we look to see that Elizabeth Forward has the ball at Quaker Valley's 15-yard line in the red zone already to score just after the kickoff.
And right there, you have to be aware of the situation if you're Quaker Valley. You have to know if the ball goes more than 10 yards and they recover it, they get the ball.
Yeah, and the Quaker Valley, none of the Quaker Valley players went after it. I mean, they just kind of watched the ball drop there. And you know that those players are coming down on the kickoff to tackle you if you get the ball. So you got to be aware that that player is coming down and at least touch the ball so that it stays in your possession, because that team just scored on you and now they have it in your zone ready to score again.
A mental mistake there by the Quaker Valley Quakers, but our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1, is our YouTube page. Go on there, watch a ton of things. We have shows, news packages, even a great documentary edited and produced by myself on there, CUTV Brisk Squad 20 for 20. If you have 25 about minutes, go watch that and let me know what you think. At me on Twitter, at Devin084. Tell me what I can improve on for a next documentary that might be coming out very soon.
Yeah, I've heard some little things about this documentary, nothing really disclosed, because our man Devin here is not disclosing a whole lot, but I'm looking forward to seeing what you have in store, because the 20 for 20 was amazing, so I'm looking forward to your future work here.
As Elizabeth Forward is looking forward to another touchdown as he breaks one, and Flournoy gets back to the line of scrimmage as a cleat was thrown.
Nothing going there on that run. Immediately stuffed in the backfield. Could barely get the handoff before he was drilled in the backfield. A loss of yardage there on that run.
And that was Matthew Von Canel in on the tackle. Now Flournoy has to come off because he lost his cleat and it was actually thrown. So he has to go put that on. The Warriors in the shotgun set. And encroachment will be called on the defense.
He tried to get the offense to jump off to false start there, but nothing going as the offense doesn't move a muscle, and they get the encroachment call on defense.
Yeah, this Elizabeth Forward team is very disciplined, and you can tell by the score. 42-6 so far in this one. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. The Warriors trying to score once again. And the Warriors hand the ball off to another new back, and that is Devontae Brownfield, another sophomore, 5'8", 181 pounds.
As he takes another rush there, another new running back, but again, gaining yardage as we've seen every single running back do this game. They continue that process so far with that one.
4 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game. Can Elizabeth Forward put one more score on the board, or can the Quaker Valley Quakers stop them and score their own? And they hand the ball off up the middle, and it is quickly stopped by a great play by number 34, Matthew Von Kalen. No.
Again, he's dropped in the backfield, nothing going. So Quaker Valley looking like they finally have an answer for this run on this little drive, but maybe a little too late as they've had their way most of this game.
And another player in on that tackle was Dustin Grimm. Like to give credit to everybody on the field, making plays left and right. The Warriors, 4th down, and they're going for it. Flournoy takes it up the middle, and it is stopped short of the first down, and that will be a turnover on downs. Quakers ball.
So right there, a little bit forward, the turnover. A little respect, if you could say, probably shown towards the Quaker Valleys. They don't want to run up the score. They don't want to try to kick that field goal. They just want to run out the play, see what happens there, and if nothing works, just give the ball back to Quaker Valley. So good work there, good run. And Quaker Valley going to take over here, see if they can put some points on the board before we end pretty soon.
3 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game. Can Quaker Valley score? We'll find out on this drive. Quaker Valley setting up, and the play is blown dead. Timeout called by Elizabeth Forward.
Timeout. Not sure what for, but they're taking timeout. Maybe a group here, maybe put some other players in here late in the game. They are up big, so different things they can do on this timeout.
As we get into the huddle here, Quaker Valley is just trying to go over some really good things with them, but make sure you go to www.pcntv.com to check the schedule of the Friday Night Lights games and even the PIAA championship games that they will be having as well.
Yes, if you can't be at those games, make sure to tune in to PCN. They have everything up there for you guys to watch, and it's always nice to be able to watch something if you can't be there. So PCNTV.com has the hook up there, whether it be online, on their stream, or on cable. Be sure to check out all their games.
And maybe your team will be on next week's edition of Friday Night Lights on PCN, but right here, Quaker Valley taking it to the first down, running it to the outside, getting a great gain, and that's Kutchenber.
Well, you got to have something going, and that's one thing there, to have a nice run to the outside to pick up a first down. You never want to stop playing if you're a player on that field. Like I said before, coaches notice the ones who stop trying. So you want to keep your foot on the gas no matter how much you are down in a game. Keep playing forward.
Yeah, you want to come out with some positives in this game, as their Kutchenber is again taking it to the left side this time, lowering his shoulder and running over defenders left and right, and tackled down short of the first down.
And a flag on the play. Couldn't really tell what is for. However, there is a flag.
It is a holding on the offense, so they will be set back after a great gain.
You can see he had a nice run, but there's nothing going there. As a holding call, drives them back.
Yeah, that's been the common story for Quaker Valley, gaining some yards and a penalty just to set them all the way back where they started.
It's hard to get anything going when you have a penalty every time you have a great play. I mean, that's been the tale of the tape like you've seen so far. Every time they get a good play going, they have a penalty that just draws them right back.
And the only one they haven't was that kickoff return, and we were even looking for flags during it. Great tackle by the Warriors. No gain for the Quakers. Trying to get something going here, bringing in different Wildcat sets, as that was Patrick Kutchenber on that one.
Well, when you're down this late in the game, you have some room and some time to try some things out. And what better way to do it with your players on the field in a game to see if something actually works. And if it does, maybe try it next week.
1 minute left in this game, as Quaker Valley trying to get some positives to go into next week with. Kutchenber takes it to the right. Almost breaks one, actually. Spins off of one. Gets hit by two. Keeps going. And gets not the first down, but gets a great gain.
Showing off some power there. A little spin move in the backfield to get around a defender. As you can see here, rolling out right. He's got some space. Little hesitation, a stiff arm, and a spin move to get out of that one, but runs into his own defender. So it does get him a few yards less than what he expected, but did get up there a little ways on that good run.
15 seconds left. And Kutchenberg takes it upfield, breaks 2 tackles, and takes it for the first down. And this will most likely be the last play of the game. 6 seconds left as the clock stopped just for the chains to be moved, and they start it back up. 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of this one, folks. Elizabeth forward, 42. Quaker Valley Quakers, 6.
A great game for Elizabeth forward on both sides of the ball. They had a strong defense, strong run game on offense, and the pass game when they did, it worked as well. Quaker Valley just really didn't have any answers at all in this game so far. The only thing they did have was the 1 kickoff return touchdown, but they did well on that one.
Here's some highlights. Elizabeth forward taking over early. First touchdown by Lewis. And here's another touchdown by another running back. But here's the one again. This is Praw, I believe, prawing his way into the end zone. And Lewis getting the ball again here, running over defender and sticking the ball out, breaking the plane. And here's the only Quaker Valley touchdown. A huge kickoff return by Kutchenber, untouched until right here. First touch, keeps going, gets caught up to by a Warriors defender. Stiff arms one into the end zone for the only touchdown of the game for the Quakers. And thank you everyone for watching and tuning in. Thank you Pennsylvania Cable Network for giving us this opportunity to have our broadcast live statewide. I'm Devin Garina, alongside me Trevin Catellis, and everybody on the crew, thank you. 42-6 is your final score in this one. Stay tuned next week on CUTV and PCN.